And, it just depends. Like some, like
man,
gotta be careful.
Welcome back to the rap game, Chance the Rapper. Lil Baby didn't drop his project, so we don't gotta discuss that. I don't know what happened with that.
Wham
was out of here. So, look, man, I saw this recent clip, and I was like, man, this conversation is over.
These things
better than I'm gonna tell you why.
Let's not.
Can I just say why? All right, let me just say one thing. What I feel. I've worked with niggas like Sosa, Gino, and I'm not saying that the man is wacky. He's not a legend. He's been out for years. Look at a song.
Is it at all possible that a nigga who was 35 years old could say they came up off of Chief Keef instead of Nas? It's the first time I've ever considered that in my life, and Fivio has made me see that I actually have to consider this. How the fuck you was 21 when Chief Keef came out, and you saying you came up off of him, and not the nigga who came out when you was like 5 or 4 years old? That's where you're from, also at the same time.
Yeah, I mean,
that sounds weird to me.
It is weird, and it's like that's what's happening a lot now, as far as like the big homies or big bro or the OGs looking up to the young niggas because they aspire to be that.
That's weird,
and
bro.
That's unfortunately a backwards dynamic that exists right now.
So we being led by the kids then, like we really want to be the kids.
Yeah, because if in this instance the younger male has more status, more money, more girls, like he's, you know what I'm saying, like you try to emulate that. You may try to emulate that, right? That, you know what I'm saying? So
you know what's interesting? You making me realize something right now. This is what you're making me realize. I'm doing that in the backwards way though. I'm doing that in the opposite way. Because what I'm doing is I'm denying that it's even a possibility that any one of these younger niggas could be better than Nas, right? Follow me. Automatically, even though I'm not the nigga who used to listen to Nas. You see what I'm saying? I'm just automatically granting him this status. I realized this recently. Like, I don't listen to Nas. Like, I don't go back and listen to
cap. Yeah,
I don't go listen to that nigga shit.
Really
so you just made me realize what I'm doing is the opposite of what you said these niggas is doing. I granted Nas the status of having all of the shit that I wanted. The women and the cars and the financial success, the business success, the swag. And so I'm aligning myself with that. I'm still correct, okay? Because Nas did come before Chief Keef, and he's clearly more influential in the rap game. But it's not as clear-cut as I wanted to make it seem. Okay. Yes. It's more of a conversation because now we all are just choosing who we identify with.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Sosa, you gotta look at Sosa's a legend, bro.
Sosa is a legend just in the same way that Nas is a legend.
Yeah, I was finna say that.
Wow.
Because he was crazy. He was 16. So
wow.
Nas did Live at the Barbecue at like what? 17 years old, let's say, whatever. Let's just call it 17. Chief Keef came in the game at 16, 17. Fresh energy. Like
changed the game.
Something we never seen. I remember being in college when Don't Like came out. Everybody that I encountered the day that I heard that song, I said, yo, have y'all heard of Chief Keef? Have y'all heard? Oh, y'all don't know who Chief Keef?
That shit had that energy,
It was
bro.
like, yo, wait, what? And it was like a whole thing. So, and he dropped the classic album, debut album. And it was just like exposing us to a whole city and culture, right, and energy that
a whole part of a city, because we already had Ye and we already had Lupe, and now this was just them gremlins is there.
Yeah, so
we didn't know about that part of the shot for real until Chief Keef and Lil Reese and G Herbo really popped out.
Yeah.
On some, we've been locked up for years, nigga. We 12 years old.
Yeah.
Type shit. Okay, so I can tap in with that. And see, this is what I don't forget the words you were using before, but this is the differentiator in our podcast. We talk about shit for real, bro.
Yes, sir.
We're not really, we like really going back in our brains, tapping in with actual information. We looking it up. Okay. And so I'm glad we just talked about that because that made a lot of sense. All right, so.
But then again, and I got a song on the album, got a Grammy. But I can't sit there and say a Nas bar to you or a song.
Yeah,
I like One Mic.
He not capping.
Or like a song.
It's not capping.
That's like.
But I can.
It's not me.
So, but I understand. So that's what I want the people to know.
And that's when I said, like I was sitting here listening, I didn't even realize the person talking had changed until I watched it back the second time, and I heard Jim Jones say, "But I can," and I said, "Oh, now I remember why I respect you, OG, because you really ain't capping.
Yeah.
You know you were sitting there listening.
He came
to
from
Nas.
that era, like, yeah.
And that's when I remembered. Like, I'm gonna let him finish talking, and then we're gonna get into the next combo.
Oh, like, but I can, cause Nas was my era. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Nas was my era. Like I came up fucking with Nas. Like we knew, I know the Nas shit. You know? But moving forward, I started a whole new era and a whole new genre and a generation of people that you did. But I just be doing me. But I'm just telling you how.
These are facts too. Jim Jones definitely influenced the generation.
For sure.
That's a 100% fact. Here is what that reminded me of. Jim Jones and Nas been beefing for 30 years. That's what that reminded me. I forgot.
Oh, you forgot?
I literally forgot. I used to be running around in high school talking shit about Nas because Jim Jones was talking shit about Nas. I forgot about this, bruh. I literally used to run around in high school talking shit about Nas, talking about I'm a koofy smack a nigga because that's what Jim Jones and Cameron used to talk about niggas with chocolates on because that's what them niggas was talking about.
You know, it's funny, like I was listening to one of my favorite Jim Jones songs is Summer with Miami.
Summer in Miami.
And he was like, yeah, I was just listening to that.
That's a classic song, bro.
Classic. Shout out to Trey Songz and all that. And shout out to the Isley Brothers.
Yes.
And
yeah,
he said first time I see Nas told us slap off his koofy, won't play disrespect. And that was the day that we met. Summer Jam Mode 2. I hit the stage with my set. Like that shit is just great. That shit's just that just made me think about that. But go ahead.
So these niggas been actively beefing for 30 years since 1996, nigga.
Really? I didn't know. Okay, so to be honest, like you got it. So, I mean, yeah, I don't really know. Like I know, you know what I'm saying, Nas had dissed them or whatever. I thought that was like early 2000s type shit. Like I ain't know it went that far back. You know, and I don't know how it started either, to be honest. I just know that when they talk about it, Cam and Jim, they was just on some like, damn, we really looked up to Nas.
For real.
And so the niggas shot at us.
For real.
And then we just had to go to war, like relentless with it. But
that's what it is, bro. Sometimes you really gotta do that. So we gonna just take it back to the very beginning. So I went ahead and looked it up. So this what happened, bro. I'm gonna play a little clip.
did he say Cam album was whack or something? Like I feel like that was early 2000s.
So my boy Nas.
Yeah, this is like 2001, I think.
My boy Nas had just went to the they had just had the beef with Jay. Mm-hmm. Nas was up at the radio station. He was calling out, I think he was calling out Hot 97.
Yeah.
He was calling out.
Yeah, they not playing real hip hop and they playing garbage niggas like Nori and Cameron and shit like that. Yeah.
So my boy, that's where it started.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to one mic. Listen to one mic, my people. You know what I'm saying? Let's get real and be creative. I buy these people albums. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't talk about nothing from Cam to everybody. I mean, I like Cam and everything. He's a good lyricist. But the album's whack, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers got to start rapping about something that's real, man. You know what I'm saying? My man Nori, I love you, Nori. Step your rap game up, man. I'm tired of Nelly. You trying to battle KRS-One? Don't follow Nas, man. You can follow Nas if you gonna be creative, man. Godson, my next album coming out this.
Nas was spiraling, man.
The end of that sentence, my next album coming out, I'm finna show y'all how to be a real man. Yo. So that's when, I guess Cam said, bro, this nigga called my album whack. I don't care if he said he's a nice lyricist. I don't care about none of that. I'm finna crash out on this nigga.
And he actually was bugging because whatever album Cam had at the time, I don't know if it was Come Home With Me. Nigga, fire. You bugging. That shit was fire,
nigga. Stop playing with niggas, bro. So Jim, being the capo of the whole situation, he had to jump out the
front line.
You know what I mean? I'm the soldier, but Jim been on that wave since day one. He been Ray-Vaning with this shit. Like, you come for the big homie, you gotta see me first. So this was one of Jim's many, many responses.
BX, man, no, you're not allowed in Ghost Town no more. You heard me. Please, we gon' ride on that, man. As for Nas, man, I guess you ain't Muslim no more, man. So you know what that means. I'm gonna smack that fucking kufi off your fucking head, man. Cause I had a little issue with my Akis, man. They was telling me be cool with the little fucking kufi shit, but no. Here goes kufi straight off your fucking punk ass head. I called you a hermaphrodite before, but you really a transvestite. You no homo, man. And I'm gonna stop wasting my breath on you, man. You speaking to a CEO, nigga. Capo status, underboss, man. You not even a dog, man. You not even a capo, man. You under Jana, man. I don't know the coaching system, but I know you a fucking little doja in their regime. You little faggot, man.
Yo, this is crazy.
Yo, now cut that nigga off.
We gotta cut that out. Like, yo, that's.
He say he called you a hermaphrodite, bro. Like, where we going with this, bro? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting there late at night and I remembered all of this. I thought to myself, yeah, this is completely fair. This is completely fair. I don't know if Jim Jones should let it go, but for the fact that he's been doing this for 30 years already, why call him out now, bro? These guys been had a beef. So,
I mean, to reference that, all of that shit, which he had, Jim Jones, putting himself in a conversation with Nas, was all trolling, and it was all about, putting himself in that conversation, A, bro, and then B, it went viral every time, and it just increased impressions. He told you my streams went up.
Yeah.
Everything. So he knew what he was doing.
I think after it started, he knew what he was doing. I think at first
like,
he just was saying the name of a nigga who he been saying for 20 years. He been competing with this dude, whether the dude is competing with him or not.
Yeah, you're right.
He I think been doing this.
You're probably right.
So I think he just happened to say his name at that moment.
And he just went.
Because think about this. Think about if a young nigga tell you some shit that you've been thinking for 30 years anyway. Mm. Now you on the radio station. Yeah, a young nigga just told me I'm hotter than Nas. I've been waiting. I've been telling you niggas this. Yeah. That's genuine, bro. Niggas ain't that ain't trolling. That's really for real. Niggas do that all day.
Yeah.
So now I got more respect for it, Jim. I would tell you you're not hotter than Nas, like as a rapper, but you definitely got classics. You definitely put that work in. You definitely the capo. You definitely brought one of the most prominent movements in the rap game to full fruit. So,
all facts. And like you just said, I listen to Jim Jones more than I listen to Nas. This is a fact. I'm 34 years old. So I mean, it's just, you know, it is what it is. I'm not saying he's not better than Nas, but hey,
just for my era.
I'm gonna go ahead and listen to Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying?
He's more relevant than Nas. We can say that musically in the rap game, he's a little more relevant. Don't at us, you know what I mean? Or do at nigga, write a comment.
Yeah.
Also, go back. Well, I forgot to mention this. Go back and whatever's your favorite Jay-Z song that we left out, write